Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. It is late night money here for Wednesday. It's a Wednesday now. I'm definitely a little early for a late night money show. That's because I'm going on with a little sports rage with Gabe. So I figured I'd come in a little early because I got to do a show with him a little after 12. So if you're watching, super duper, hit the like button. Sean Higgs, winner for picks. Either channel you're watching, appreciate it. If you're on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, come give me a follow. Why wouldn't you come give me a follow? Come in every day, say hello, we chat, hit the like, hit the dislike, leave a comment, whatever you got to do. And check out tonight's show. I'll be on later on. I think I go on at like 12:25, 12:30ish. Going on after Jeff Nandu, I believe. Anyway, let's tweet out some plays here. We'll get the tweeties going out. All right, tweeting out the plays. Now let's get to it. All right, 4-2 today with our games. Two big dogs, Stoney and Denver both cover. St. Louis gets there by a hook. West Virginia covers. Oklahoma State and Miami both go down. So 4-2, a nice little 49-17 on 75 something percent, not too shabby. I gotta say though, so on the site side, so I did the games the night before. It's tough finding money lines the night before, and I go down with a team like LaSalle. St. Louis was there. Milwaukee, I think I lost by a point. Rough. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We go on to another day. We got 4 picks up here for tonight. We'll get them into the conversation. I said to hit the like button. Here comes the picks. We'll put them in the comments. 4 plays for tomorrow right now. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 up at the site. You got 4 here. The other ones. Hey, listen. You want to support the show? Go. There's a link in the description. $31 with a promo code. You get it. Whole week of plays. You're going to get about 100 games between all the tournaments, probably. Anyway, BYU minus 5.5. Wichita State minus 3.5. Washington plus the 3.5. And Stanford minus a 1.5. Again, you want to do Stanford money line? Sure. I just didn't have it available. So the 1.5 is there. We'll see if it comes back and bites me in the butt like it did today with LaSalle. Sometimes it happens. Washington, I'm going to tell you, I got a bad number. I should have waited. I knew this line would go up, and I took it right out of the gate at +1. Dumb. Should have waited because I'm not going to be shocked this is 5. Everyone's going to be on USC. I'm going the other way. Yeah, they're a good team. They seem to have their guys back. I get it. I'm not one to jump in with the public trade there, but like I said, I got some other games. I'm looking at some other ones as well. Again, I could add them tomorrow. We have time, I know people like the picks on the show at night, but I'll see. I grabbed the under Bonnie's. It was 144. Now it's down. It's down to 141. I can't. Will I add that tomorrow? Possibly. I might add it even though it's a different number. I like to say the line is gone, you move on, but people want to bet. Tim Earl is in the house. Welcome, Tim. Daryl, taking McNeese State tomorrow night. McNeese, no line on this game yet. No line. Al's in the house. Good evening. Smash the like button. Jesse Schulstall. Huh? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. George says Houston's looking like the real deal so far. Off seasonally. So who we talk about? The Texans? Houston Texans? Houston Cougars? Houston Astros? What's Houston? There is the Facebook page. Is it Dennis O'Brien checking in? He sure has with the like. Appreciate it. There is the Sean Higgs channel. Come give me a follow because I'll be doing maybe a an afternoon live show after the midday money show because we got game 11:30. The game start. Come give me a follow, and who knows? Maybe we'll crack open some Topps baseball cards. Have a good laugh. Maurice is probably going to come in on BYU, but I'm going to sprinkle Central Florida money line. They barely beat UFC twice. UFC is going to get them. I it's possible. I like the BYU team. I like the BYU team. They got some nice wins, and I'm expecting obviously a good shooting day for them. I'm not expecting bad performance. So give me some BYU. Quinny for sure. This was a 5.5 opener. Do I want to lay 6.5? I mean, they look good. They seem to be back in a rhythm. I gotta look at this one still, Maurice, but I'm not gonna say no. Vatek and McNeese. Again, we already had a McNeese. Someone bought up already. Let's see. Where is we got? Who's the matchup in this game? We got a matchup set for that game? Virginia Tech and Florida State. I put a question mark next to Virginia Tech there. Lehigh plus 225. I got a Lehigh plus 650. I got 650. We're waiting on Lehigh to get it done. Magic first quarter, first half, and full game versus the Nets tomorrow. I got to say, I rolled out a NBA play today. Kings looking good over Milwaukee. And I did grab another NBA game for tomorrow in the Miami Heat. Grab the Heat plus 4. So you're liking the Magic first quarter, first half versus Brooklyn. I'm not going to say no. I won't say no to that. The Texans offseason. I wasn't sure. It just said Houston. I was confused, George. I am a guy who doesn't put a lot of stock at the NFL preseason. Just because you win or off season. Just because you're in the off season, sign some guys or do some stuff. Get it done. I've seen plenty of teams raise a banner getting free agents. Regular season comes, not too good. Tooch is in the house. Late night money with my guy Tooch. Follow the Tooch on Twitter, will you, folks? Jake, what do you say? The team play multiple days in a row compared to a team that's rest to play factor and pick. Yeah, why wouldn't it? Especially if you have a team. And Jake, it didn't pay off for me when I had was it Asheville versus Longwood off an overtime game. They beat in High Point. I do consider that sometimes, but it's also, let's be honest, these are 20-year-old kids, right? You were a kid once, nonstop balling. We'd play all the time. But I do like to think of off a grinding kind of game or back and forth kind of emotional kind of game or an overtime game. I'm going to lean towards the rest of the team because, one, that's the better team anyway. And if they've already taken care of them during the regular season and stuff like that, yeah, I'd look that way. But it's not always official. Listen, anytime I'm in a championship game where I have a team that was not off a bye and they have teams on a bye or even a double bye, I'm going to tend to look towards more to the favorite in that spot for sure. But it's not a end all be all. Yeah. How does the team play? Is it Alabama scoring 95 points a game? That's gonna, they're gonna feel that. And, they'll feel that a little bit. Warriors 13-7-2 straight up as underdogs. Autoplay. Oh my goodness. Autoplay in NBA. I'm going to say, listen, you're coming into the NBA when there's a bunch of conference tournaments and maybe the books are a little concentrating more on college basketball. Maybe you find a good number here. 7.5. Why is that line 7.5? Who's out? I mean, I'm not a Maverick guy. Looks a little thick to me. Tooch is like an Alcorn tomorrow versus Alabama A&M. Line was at 4. It's come down a little bit. I got to say I like a little Alabama A&M. Daryl Turner, opinions on Boise or Nevada futures. I grabbed a Utah State plus 425. I think it's scrolling across the bottom. But you want to take a Nevada? I'm not going to say no to that. They've come in hot. I think they've won 6 or 7, and Boise too's been playing well. Um, where's my Midwest bracket? And Boise and Nevada will face each other as well. So that's the problem with that. Like if you take two guys and they're in the same lower bracket, how good could it be? Here comes Utah State scrolling on the bottom plus 425. Um, if I'm doing two teams in a conference, I'm gonna look to go opposite bracket kind of side of things. Like I grabbed the South Carolina at 50-1 and a Kentucky, I think is a what were they at 4-1, 6 to? I don't even remember what Kentucky was. So a big short across second. There's North Carolina, Villanova, and Creighton. Well, Kansas one is dead now. I got two guys out. There's the South Carolina. Here comes Kentucky at a 4-1. But again, they're on two different sides, so I'm hoping they get together in the finals. I don't want to take two teams that are going to face each other uh, in the quarters, the semis or whatever. St. John's future or Kentucky future. I think everybody's going to be on St. John's. 16-1. People are going to jump on Patino. I grabbed a Nova. I took a little Villanova. Villanova's played all the guys ahead of them tough. 20-1. And here comes Creighton at a 350. But if you want to take the Johnnies, I think the Johnnies are a trendy kind of pick. You know, they're going to be up there with USC. Baylor was that kind of play in the Big 12. And I'm a St. John's guy. I do have a Kentucky 20-1 future for the national championship. Syracuse tomorrow versus NC State. I looked at it. It didn't really jump to. So I'll dig a little more, but right out of the gate, it didn't really do much for me. Do you believe the BYU game could go over the total? If I want BYU to cover, it better go over the total. So yes, I need a big game from BYU. So I take a favorite. I need a bunch of points, James. Lando, any say on Texas? I almost threw this one out here as a chat. I'm like, Texas K-State, Kansas State has been such a nice dog, but are they just a home kind of battling dog? Because on the road they don't get the wins. Texas beat them twice. I'll definitely have this game up tomorrow, Lando. If you're gonna be around for midday money, I'm doing a breakdown of this with Jesse and Ross tomorrow, Texas K-State game. So I want to take K-State, but part of me is like, I think Texas does it. So I just got to crunch a little more and then come up with a play here. Lock it in with the King is in the house. Mikey POD. If you're not following Mikey POD, listen, he's on the Twitter world. You could go follow me and then type in Mike POD. Now, I'm a overnight guy, side and total kind of guy. Not really into, I don't do soccer, a lot of hockey, stuff like that. My guy Mike does a show. 6:00, I believe, Eastern. A lot of live stuff. Follow Mike. He's a live guy. He's pretty good. He wins. KD took a night off. Hey, you want to take a day off? It's okay. There's no shame on passing. You don't have to bet because it's tournament time. I get it. James, you're welcome. Good looks there from Lando. Likes my thought process on my futures, I guess. Or I forgot what we were just talking about, Lando. I guess the Texans. Or Texas and Kansas State. Yeah, it gets good. Playing games are kind of tough. You don't know where it's going to go. Rob, Syracuse, Tooch was asking about this game too. I looked at it fast, and it didn't really move the needle for me at all. So I kind of just moved on from it. Because thanks. I was looking for the insight for tomorrow. Mikey, listen, I'll give you my little thoughts. There's a lot of shows. And like I just mentioned Mike's show. He comes at things differently than I come at things. King D does his own thing. Everybody's trying to find a way to get paid. Me, I'm not a huge let's in-game kind of guy. I'm not an in-gamer. I'm not sitting around I'm fat enough as it is. I can't sit and watch TV for 9 hours. It's not happening. Live bet. I don't know much about soccer. Stay away from it. College baseball. My guy Player Prop King comes in for that. Right? Golf. People come in, leave their golf and tennis thoughts. That's why we have an open chat. It's kind of good show. People come in, put their plays in that I don't really necessarily focus on. UFC, stuff like that. So please, if that's what you do, um, you can't come in the day after. Let me take Mike off here, so it's not like I'm lecturing Mike. You can't come in the day after and say, "Oh, I'm on a 9 in a row," or some thought some crazy crap. Come in, put your plays in beforehand, and then the chat knows. The chat will know. All right, and I need that because I don't do stuff like that sometimes. I'm not a big strikeout prop guy. I like my ribbies. No bottom 9. Regulation on the ice. You know. Speaking of player prop, here he is. College baseball 2-1 today. FSU upset Florida. He's a. Do I do any Major League Baseball? Absolutely. I do a lot of baseball, a lot of dogs. I really don't like to go over 140-ish money lines, and I try to get fancy with the run lines. And it bit me in the ass last year, Lando. I'm not going to lie. Um, I try to think I'm smarter than the average bear. I'm like I'm too cool to not bet favorites, and I really don't do favorites. I'll you know, and when I mean favorites, I'm talking about huge juicy favorites. Like I'm not the guy. We're taking the Dodgers minus 330 today. Let's go lock it in. Goat whale plays. You know that no. You're gonna come in here on opening day. We're gonna have 7, 8, 10 games, anywhere from minus 130 to plus 150s. That's what you're gonna see in my chat. Nick Nasty's in the house. Player prop wants to round robin some games. Here we go. Here we go. Round robin. Nick saying hi to the king. Baseball is amazing player prop. I love baseball. I don't get paid by him, but I'm going to promote him anyway. My Out of the Park Baseball 25 beta disc game. I downloaded. I like it. I go back. Always start my season in 1984. Commissioner mode. Donnie Baseball. Healthy all the time. Doc Gooden. Strawberry. Eric Davis. Healthy, healthy, healthy. We give the health to all the guys who fell apart on us in our childhood. Canseco. King saying hi to Nick Nasty. A lot of talk back. All right. So again, 4-2 tonight, 49-17 run. Listen, it was awesome when you're sitting at like a 30-7. It looks really awesome. You know, we've lost a couple games. It's gonna happen. Yeah, if you thought I was gonna do 85% or something like that, no. I'm happy going 3-2 every day. I'm happy at 55%. People are gonna say that's crap. That's fine. Do that for a year, 4 years, 10 years, 15 years, 34 years, whatever. 54, 55, 56, I'm happy. Epic run. We're still winning. 4-2 today, putting money in their pockets. BYU, Wichita State, Washington, and Stanford on the board early for tomorrow. But I will always be looking at, like I just said, I was looking at that Bonnie's game. I got it myself at 144, but that line is passed. It's a 141 now. I was thinking about taking Oregon State 6.5, but I grabbed Washington early like a dummy, and yet I held off on Oregon State. So again, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but they're out here for you to see. Win or lose, always the truth. I'm coming back. Short of an accident, I will be here in 12 hours. Yeah, player prop. I like them. You can laugh all you want. Give me those. I mean, round robins, no. But you want to take a lot of dogs? I'm with you. Leaning Stanford over Cal as well. Yep. I'm in them. I got them. Watch shows risky to me. Of course, it's Lando. I mean, all you hear is USC's playing well, and they are playing well, and that's fine. I'll take some points. Here's the thing: if it loses, it loses. We just move on. It's fine. That game isn't going to put us on the street. But I'm annoyed at myself for not holding out. As I said, I'm not perfect. That was dumb to jump early when I knew it was going to be a public play. I said it in my Pac-12 video. Everybody's going to be over USC, but yet I still I mean, and part of me thinks it's just because Washington's winning anyway. So the points aren't going to matter. I could have held out for 10 hours or grabbed the money line plus 130. Nick Nasty's looking to take some doggies tomorrow, as you should. Dan Rance is in the house. It's quite an offer to just ignore. You've been a 11 view video channel for years, it seems. Offer to throw some people your way. Have fun. What do you mean? Well, Dan, what are you talking about? What am I missing here with Dan's rant? Dan, what is happening in here? Sad stuff. Tried to be a friend. Dan, what did I miss with you? I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. Did I miss a comment from Dan somewhere in the chat? Somebody help me out here. What happened with Dan? The guy's done videos with Jesse. I don't even know what I did to Dan's rants. I didn't know you were in here, Dan. Go. You have a good channel. Go to Dan's channel. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea what Dan Rance is going crazy. We talk about some of these crazy trades and pickups in what football. I'm not. No, we're not doing football. I got a show in 10 minutes. I got to go do on another channel. I love the way you look at plays. Thanks, Lando. It's a. I want to talk Derrick Henry to the Ravens. Not today. We're not talking about. All right, Dan Rance comes in, and I don't even know what Dan. All right, Dan. Got to get weird in March. Absolutely. Yeah, Jacobs. You had a good running back. What are you doing? I don't understand that move. I don't understand the move. Barkley to Philly. I don't understand that move. Cousins to Atlanta. I don't get. I mean, you let Matt Ryan leave. They're like the same age. I have no idea. Like who for? That's who. I mean, we're drafting running backs now. Do we really need running backs? I mean, I think you need a back to offset. I understand that, but I don't think you have to draft a guy. Exactly. Aaron Jones. What's that about? I don't get it. Raheem Morris copying Sean McVay. Well, I mean, the guy's got a title. I can't, you want to copy McVay. I mean, not a bad blueprint if you want to kind of go all in and, sell out for that title. Then you're kind of on the hook for a while. But I got to say, I was kind of shocked as good as they were this year. I did not think they were going to be a playoff team. Aaron Jones got hurt too much. Yeah. Where's that guy, Rob? He's a big cheesehead. I still like Aaron Jones. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. Listen, I'm going to tweet out. I'll be on Sports Grid. Come into the Sports Grid chat and raise a ruckus. BYU, Wichita State, Washington, and Stanford. I will be back less than 12 hours from now. Do we start early? Because I know there's like 11:30 games tomorrow, right? We got 11:30 tip off tomorrow or something like that. 11:30, George. We're not getting early for George Mason. I'm not coming in for George Mason. I'll be here at 12. If you're following on Twitter, I'll retweet out when I'm on live. So come into the YouTube channel, say hello. I will see you later.